Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Dimensions. I'm Marianne. Welcome to the final two videos I'll be doing for the second half of the month of November. I'm a little late, but as I've been saying, I'm working extra time right now from having been off unexpectedly in the last month, and so I just do it when I can. I'm in between. I'm about to leave again afterwards, but I'm excited because it doesn't matter when you watch these. It's going to be equally as potent and important information for each reading because the planetary aspects and, for example, the full lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse, moon Taurus, in Taurus, the full partial lunar eclipse moon in Taurus starting tomorrow. Well, it looks full now and I'm feeling the effects as I sit here with you. Before I came in, I was just sitting. I could just feel the whoo. And you know, it's a gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful moon. It is in Taurus. Taurus is very grounded energy. I love being around grounded energy because a lot of times I don't think I'm that grounded. So I work at it. I make a point of doing what I can to be grounded. It's funny, they were giving some ideas, some station and channels I was watching. Go in the garden, and I have been because of the rains we finally got. I see the weeds coming up. I'm like, I want to trim those down now before they get like crazy out of control. And I always feel so good doing that, even if it's 10 minutes. So anything you can do that makes you feel grounded and down to earth, which is what Taurus provides for us, plus that Venetian, beautiful Venus-ruled aspect of Taurus, is very, very positive in so many ways. It's sensual, it's love, it's relationships, it's working and growing and expanding our energies of creativity and creation. And I don't know, there's such beautiful aspects to this. And yeah, Uranus is going to be very much a part of the whole doggone full moon, and it's going to be a part of this whole month, and it has been. And with Aquarius being in Jupiter and Saturn and being ruled by Uranus, Uranus is in Taurus, so you can't get away with it. There's no second guessing the unexpected that comes through. We had a little mini earthquake yesterday. We've been having a fair amount of those, I must say, where I'm living, and I like it. They say it's better when they're smaller to kind of release the big tensions. But Taurus is about the earth. It's about the ground. It's about figuratively and metaphorically things happening and unexpected earthquakes and such like that. So I'm not saying there's an earthquake. Please don't get fearful. I'm not trying to do that at all. But I mean, when they come, they're very unexpected, right? So that makes sense. It kind of makes a lot of sense, actually. And so, yeah, just preparing for the unexpected, but just like I get to go away for a day and a half. It was planned a long time ago, and I'm just so excited. So I'm going to go regardless of the riffraff and the emotion that the moon brings in general, not to mention being an eclipse, which is like steroids, a moon on steroids, right? I'm going to go with just this open heart going, okay, I'll be an observer, feeling extremely grateful to be away for a day or so and just taking it in, putting out those intentions even with the full moon. I do on a new moon. Full moons are every bit as important. It's a transformational time. Okay, so Aquarius, you are the featured sign that I'm reading for. And you have one more month with Jupiter, the benevolent, beautiful, expansive, opportunity-filled, unpredictable events, currents, change, life-changing and altering things that occur when Jupiter enters your sign, which is only every 12 years. And so we're at the last month or so of it. So you need to just take that in and just appreciate and just recognize what's happened throughout the year thus far. Because what happens is whatever is established or something that's new or whatever's transpired, big or small, because it is that year, you'll look back at it going, oh my gosh, wow. Well, the next 12 years will be affected, okay? And I want to say in a positive way. That's how I roll. That's how I think and I believe as much as possible. So you are the sign, and I'm going to pick your featured highlighted connection that Spirit wants you to know about right in front of you. And this will be another person or sign that's very important for some reason. The second half of November, and I don't know. Sometimes they're the same as the beginning of the month. You can check your reading from the beginning and just, watch and see the differences and the similarities. I always recommend that if you happen to see it at all. And definitely know that you can watch your sun, moon, rising, and ascendant. Wait, sun, moon, ascendant, and Venus placements, because I just let you know that much more. And sometimes I really do resonate more with my moon readings or my ascendant, which is the time I'm born. And look all that up for free on Cafe Astrology, astro.com. It's just phenomenal stuff. It's just, there's a lot to learn about ourselves. It's a lifetime investment, right? So anyway, so let's pick this. And if it's not something you're aware of and you're resonating right away, give it some time. The eclipses bring in and out people instantly sometimes. People from our past. Actually, at the same time of the eclipse is when Venus starts the shadow period in Capricorn, fellow, grounded energy of Taurus. So don't be surprised. Past lovers, past relationship, friends. Hey, remember me? What do you think? Want to do another round, whatever? And just beware, because during the retrograde, those things come up more often. Of Venus, the planet of love, and magic and all this beautiful stuff. Well, in retrograde, it's about reviewing it a little more, just kind of being real, taking our time, being more objective, I suppose, and it will, Venus will be in Capricorn for a total of 4 months with the shadow and the retrograde aspect of Venus, and so. But it still has the magic to it, so if you want to look for the best aspects and be a part of that, that's your call, always. So you're featured, highlighted. Well, it's you, but we'll try it again. You're definitely in your power, boy. You're definitely feeling yourself. And then, when Jupiter goes into Pisces on December 28th, that's right next to you. That's a good combination for everybody, because there's a lot of love and emotion. And as an air sign element that you are, Aquarius, you're a thinker, you love to share your knowledge and teach and, work with big groups and the world and the universe, and just like, let's make it all good for everybody. Let's make a change, let's not stay the way things are that aren't working. That's the Uranus, let's work on more technology, which is always happening, and fulfilling all of our lives, or medicine and things of that nature. So, whoops. Three's a charm. So your highlighted connection for you, beautiful Aquarius, is, it did it again. Aquarius and Aquarius. Wow. I must feel like doing it. I definitely know there's a lot of Aquarius and Aquariuses that, become partners because they get each other very well. Sometimes too well. It's too similar. In between. I'm going to go with it. You're with Virgo. I like that for you. And Virgo is the third of the triad, because each sign has 3 in a certain element of the earth element. So a lot of powerful earth energy, a lot of opportunity to really ground our desires, our drive. You are a fixed sign, as is Taurus. So there's a cool combination and connection right there. Fixated on things you want. You represent the star card in the tarot, the dreams, the never letting go of those dreams, and not thinking for a moment that because it hasn't happened yet or in exactly the way that you want it to, that it won't. Feeling strong and ambitious and very creative about keeping that light and that fire and ambition going, even though you're not a fire sign. Virgo is very, very caring, very service-oriented, very organized, detailed, very interested in learning and education. They're ruled by Mercury. Mercury happens to be in the sign of Scorpio still, because we're just in the last few days, 2 or 3 days actually, well, the 22nd, when we're not going to be in Scorpio season. However, the new series, because they always run in pairs of the eclipses, after the last new moon eclipse in Sagittarius on December 4th, will be, for the next year and a half plus, Taurus and Scorpio. We're talking about times, every single series of, eclipses bring us information and storylines for 6 months to a year in our life, little bits at a time, very quick action a lot of times, but it all keeps unraveling. It doesn't happen all at once. So that's going to be a time of depth, of passion, of strong dedication. You will have actually Saturn, the taskmaster, time-known, planet in your sign Aquarius all through 2022. So, but it's going to go really quick in your sign. It's a quicker moving energy in the sign of Aquarius. So it's going to be rapid success and inventions and out-of-the-box thinking and entrepreneurialism and, gathering together in groups as well. And really, really beautiful, opportunities to make money, to grow money, to invest properly, to take care of yourself. It's a huge, huge component after everything we've all gone through, because we're still feeling the effects emotionally from everything, and we will for a time. So I love all those beautiful energies coming forth for us. And Virgo's there to really, just to guide and to help, and they're intelligent and they are educated, and you love working and, picking people's minds and thinking and having great conversations, and that will be had. And growing long-term, beautiful relationships and friendships that are, rooted in deep and caring and, reciprocated love. So let me read the 4 categories that have a lot to do with this highlighted connection, as well as all of your connections, Aquarius, because it's just, I'm interested. I hope you are too. The first category, and I'm using the beautiful Queens of Tarot deck. I was saying earlier that these are very, very black and white, and I love the illustrations. I'm glad I looked, because they're upside down. Nope, just this one. But the queens in the tarot are the feminine energy in all of us, the duality, because we have feminine and masculine dualities within each of us, no matter what gender you are. And that reminds us of that, and how intensely psychic and receptive we are when we want to be, and listening to our gut and our intuition, which is extremely strong still as we finish the season of Scorpio. There's a great amount of healing that can happen in relationships and when it comes to love and truth and conversations that had to happen to better our situations. Wow, as soon as I say conversations, my throat went, Making sure that you're able to speak your mind and say it in a way that you feel confident and empowered. You don't have to be mean or brash, and I mean, sometimes the energies that are out right now, and you're honest, can be unexpected confrontations, but if you know this and you hear this, you're like, oh, that's not my personality. I'm not actually going to let that happen. But I'll be aware nonetheless, and I'll watch where I'm going. I won't go too quickly because I could trip and fall like I did. It's interesting for now being a time where you have to kind of watch those things. There's a lot more of those little accidents happening that wouldn't normally happen all the other times you walk down those particular stairs or get off of your couch or what have you. Forearmed, forewarned. Overall energy reading, though, for you, coming into the last part of this beautiful month of November, just before Thanksgiving, whoops, fell right out, is the Four of Swords. Okay. Well, this is time for relaxation. This is time when you may be healing from something. This is time when this is your energy, Aquarius, yours, Libra, and Gemini. There's that new moon that happened, my gosh, in Scorpio on the 4th of November, and it still could be being felt because it usually lasts 2 weeks, And I'm doing these on the 18th of November. So, yeah, I mean, some really important conversations. Sometimes it can be, a little overwhelming. And the truth, as I said, has been revealed in a lot of ways. It's still coming out in the world at large. Conversations are had, and it's like, okay, I want to rest now. I don't want to overthink. I don't want to, worry or concern myself, which a lot of air signs do. It's just this like loop. We're constantly thinking, Make a point now to do the grounding if you can and go in that garden of yours. I know many Aquarians have tons of gardens. Spend time with your animals. Most of you have them. I know this. You love everything and everyone in the world, You know the world can be a better place and you want to make that happen. And you do a lot of times. And so just take this time during this ecstatic, exciting, very vulnerable in a way, I would say. I don't even know why I used that word. It just came through. Of emotions and stuff, to just take it easy. If you can get away for a little staycay or something, go for it. That's a good sign. That's good. You're healing and you're revitalizing your energy for the new year and everything that you've had in your mind to plan and to progress with. Well, those will happen relatively quickly. I keep telling people with this energy coming. And then, of course, I wanted to say that, you know, on the 22nd, we start Sagittarius season, which is so good for everybody, but especially you too. Air and fire elements together, they're phenomenal. Jupiter ruled Sagittarius. You've got Jupiter in your sign till the end of the year. I mean, there's positive, possible, amazing gifts and opportunities coming through. I'm just going to say it because that is exactly what's coming through. So you're just kind of taking it easy, having a nice meal at Thanksgiving, just kind of being, you know, at rest and building those energies because you're going to need them. Yes, you will. And I do pray that you will let me know what's going on and share that with me. And the second category is possible blessings or obstacles. You have the Hierophant. I love it. This is in my opinion, one of the most wisdom-filled cards there is. And guess what? It represents, it's not the Hierophant, it's the Hermit. I apologize. This represents the sign of Virgo. How interesting is that? Thank you, Spirit. Very synchronistic. Our inner light, our inner guide. And then you see this beautiful lantern. Well, Generally in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, dropping everything today. It is a star in there. Star is your sign. Star represents your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. The knowing, look at all the eyes like on the back of the cards in this beautiful, you know, caped outfit. It's just sitting with that while you're resting and meditating and thinking, okay, that beautiful spiritual energy that comes through whenever you want it to, especially in the silence. You're always being guided. You're always being divinely guided. And your instincts and your gut feelings matter more than anything. And knowing that, it is a blessing. And that is a major arcana. That's an important aspect of this. So there's a couple very important messages right off the bat of sitting with everything and kind of marinating and digesting everything that's occurred and where you want to go with this new energy, because it's going to be really, really helping you out. Third category is that of finances. That's money, that's wealth of whatever form you consider to be wealth. Relationships, your own body, of course. Money, yes. You know, and what that means, how you're receiving it, what your belief system is about that. That's one of the oracles that I like to mention too, and they're amazing, but I'm almost there. And you have is that the Three of Wands? Whoo, gosh. Maybe not. Let me double check. Three of Swords. Reversed. So Three of Swords is some definite heartache. I mean, it's in the heart. The swords are just completely stuck through them. There's been a hurt that happened this year, a very, very emotional thing that occurred, and it doesn't mean you had to have been hurt or you could have had a loss, of course, but something affected you, you know, something really got you. And as an air sign, once again, yes, we have emotions, but we try to detach that, right? But when you sit and you're contemplating and meditating and you're listening, you felt hurt, and I don't know how, but I can tell you it's happened. And you are definitely healing, which is exactly what the preface of these cards represent, because you decided you wanted to do that. You weren't interested in letting this particular incident, whatever it is, not that I'm not belittling it at all. I'm just saying it's already happened and you've already accepted it. It's done and you're moving forward, especially when it's reversed. You are already in the phase of healing, which is fabulous, as well as perhaps your finances, right? I mean, my gosh, it's under the finance category. So you were heartbroken in a sense because you thought, wow, I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think I was going to lose that job. I didn't think I was going to have to spend that on that. And oh my gosh, tell me about it. Not being able to work for, 18 days? Did not see that coming. And I'm in charge of I'm responsible for all my finances, so... But of course, it's just a time that I was supposed to stop, and you're going to build it up. You're already on that path. You know this very well, and you know that's the cycle of life, and you know that's the Uranus aspect of the planet that represents, or the sign, like Taurus, that represents money. It's going to come, it's going to go. So when you have it, is when you really want to think about how you invest and what you do with it. That's important. That's your call. So yeah, that's what it's showing. You know, you've been certainly affected perhaps in finances, and perhaps it was literally your heart. I'm not a doctor, but I mean, that could absolutely pertain to that, if not on an emotional, but a physical level. So all the more reason to take it easy and just be still and take care of yourself and heal. And you'll be back in no time. But upside down, like it was, reversed, is about it's already on the mend, okay? This hurt has occurred, and you are definitely on the road to recovery in finances and everything you consider to be wealth. So I'm happy to say that and read that for you. Final category, though, is surprises and wishes. Now, maybe one of the surprises you already had was something that wasn't so great, and of course we all go through that, and we get right back on our feet, right? I mean, this is a time when, you know, we're in Scorpio season still, where we transform like Scorpio does over and over again in our lives, and there's a new job or a new relationship or a new family member or whatever. It's just a constant, continual change. I say the one thing that constant is change. The one thing that is constant is change. And you're no exception. And you grew up with the Uranus energy as your ruling planet anyway. You get this. You can roll with the punches. So, but the wishes, you know, the star, the dreams, the things you've never let go of, which is what's kept you in a better place, I would say a majority of your life, is the Hanged Man. And the Hangman is upside down too, because the Hangman represents Pisces. Now, Pisces is the sign that Jupiter is going through. Pisces is seeing things in a different perspective and really feeling at peace with it, okay? Normally, this is the position. And this doesn't have it like the other cards that I have, like the Rider-Waite. I always refer to Rider-Waite-Smith because that was my first deck. A lot of times it is the first deck. It's a great deck to learn from. And the illustrations are very straightforward in a lot of ways. This is much more artsy and beautiful and detailed and such. But there's usually a head that has a glowing, you know, a glowing around it, which is once again our spirit, our higher power, our knowing, our intuition, our gut. All of this, the Hermit, the Hierophant, also a major arcana. You are really on a spiritual mode. What a perfect time during Scorpio season. And a full moon, because the moon brings those things out and the intuitions that we have and just our knowing. And when it's upside down, it's like the waiting is pretty much gone, okay? The Hangman, the kind of stopping, that's ending. So as I said before, prepare, because both of these being reversed means that that's not the case, and you're not going to have to wait much longer. And I like that it's the 12th, because Pisces is the 12th sign. In the 12th or 11th hour, as they say, it's on, man. It is on. So what you've decided, what you sat with, what you've healed from is bringing such incredible strength to you now and dedication. And you are just, I'm excited. I don't know what to tell you. I just know that something really important is changing for a lot of people, and especially for you. And I think it's going to be absolutely positive because you got Jupiter in your sign. I don't need to say much more. And it'll be guided with, you know, the Saturn. It won't let you go crazy, but it's a beautiful feeling to me to know that we are always being guided and watched, so we don't go too crazy. And if we do, and we hit rock bottom or whatever they want to call it, we will get back up again. And you will as well. So really cool reading, actually. The first time I've gotten reversed for any of the readings. And, you know, starting out just knowing, okay, it's been quite the year. And it's really a time to just be thankful, be with people we love, rest, you know, recuperate, and plan for an even better, incredible, miraculously unlimited possibility kind of year ahead. Okay? I'm going to read your two oracle messages. The first is the beautiful money and the law of attraction. So what we think and what we believe is what we bring into our lives on every aspect, but certainly with money. And this is what it's specifically saying. There's so many different decks and, you know, things on YouTube you can watch of the teachings of Abraham with Esther and Jerry Hicks. And I got this deck, gosh, many, many years ago. And it just, as I say every time, it changed my life. I did not see money in a perspective of energy. But everything is. But then when you get more involved in spirituality, you realize that, you know, when you feel people come in a room and the energy, whether it's good or bad or whatever, it's all energy. So for your beautiful message, Aquarius, and it does have to do with money a lot as well with this full moon eclipse for months to come, and a really whole different perspective perhaps on how we think about it. The law of attraction responds to my vibration. And this is number 39. 9 plus 3 becomes 12, and that is the number 3 when you put it together. And 3 is about evolution and expansion and growth and mastering and, you know, building upon whatever you choose, you know, and having the help and guidance and support at the same time. If it's not with friends, family, and whatnot, it is divine, loving guidance. I'll read to you what it says. It's a beautiful picture. A belief is nothing more than a chronic pattern of thought, and you have the ability, if you try even a little bit, to begin a new pattern, to tell a new story, to achieve a different vibration, and to change your point of attraction. The law of attraction is responding to your vibration, and you can easily change your vibrational point of attraction by visualizing, you know, looking in your mind, your third eye, in your dreams, the lifestyle you desire, and holding your attention upon these images until you begin to feel relief, which will indicate that a true vibrational shift has occurred. This is perfect for what your reading is saying, because it's allowing you to utilize your gifts, your incredible intuition, and, you know, your third eye guidance, your higher power is very strong right now. And so I don't know what else to say. It's really working in your favor, and it's a blessed, beautiful time. So I'll finish with your final oracle message, which is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck. For those that are new, it's one of my favorite OGs, I call it. It's creating the life we want by feeling it into existence. Just a kind of a exactly about the money of law of attraction, but it's about everything attraction, right? And especially when you feel good. If you want good things coming in, that is. You can think the bad things and they'll come in as well. That's the reality, like attracting like. So, you know, it's pretty easy, but it's a real deal. It's a real deal. So, and I like these to use as affirmations. You can say it over and over and over and watch that energy change from within. So your message in closing is a beautiful one. It shows not only, it's like the eclipse in itself. I can do less and attract more. And I think this whole sitting and meditating and being still and listening to your guides and, you know, healing and accepting the healing and creating the healing, and the blocks are stopped now. You know, the waiting time is over. You've had that hiatus. We all need them. And you don't have to do a lot. And it's still coming to you. And this is a powerful time. And I pray that it's an amazing time for you. I believe it will be. And I hope you believe it too. Have an amazing Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Remember how powerful love truly is. It can move mountains. It can heal anything. And we just need a lot more of it sometimes, I think. So thank you for taking the time to stop. If you like what you saw, please do a thumbs up, push the subscribe button, become a part of my tribe. I would love to have you here every month. And always feel free to comment, because I will always respond, okay? Thank you again. Take good care. Bye for now.